All right, we're out here in Palmilla, Romanzo, here with Michael Baldwin. Does a lot of sales here in Palmilla. We met about a year ago, and there's been quite a few updates. Matter of fact, this house wasn't done yet, so just wanted to catch up and see how everything's going. How are you doing, Michael?
Well, thank you for coming by. We always love seeing you. Super busy. Everybody wants to talk about the market slowing down. We have not seen that even one iota. In fact, we've basically sold pretty much everything we have. I think we have one unsold resale and maybe 3 under construction unsold. So it's been a great year. We continue to have all the success. And I think that, kind of what we want to talk about today is just all the new stuff that's happening. I mean, you think of Palmilla as, a 30-year-old community, how much can be going on, how much is new. But I would argue that, some of our best days are ahead of us. And by evidence of all the new infrastructure and amenities that are going in. And I'm dying to tell you all about that.
Nice. And last time we spoke, Palmilla is an older community just because essentially it was almost the first land developed just because it's so nice. I really, being here so long, have just kind of looked around, and I really like the ocean side of Palmilla. I think it's really hard to beat, especially when you start going on dollar for dollar with some of these other communities. I really think the value's here, but there is a lot going on. I mean, this house is brand new. We were at an open house, your listing about a month ago, and that's already pending. And that's proven that the price point keeps going up too. So the people that bought here are very content. There's a lot going on. I know you mentioned, we're going to get into it, infrastructure, all sorts of things like that. The Gulf, the other side of the highway is also kind of exploding. So I don't know where to begin. You want to go with the Gulf or?
Yeah, I think Gulf is probably the most far along. I mean, the one and only Palmilla Hotel owns the golf club. There's 27 holes of golf. They elected in Q1 this year to take it private, and which was the only thing we didn't have as an amenity was private golf. So we're so excited that the hotel made that decision. And in doing so, in order to sell the memberships, they're $225,000 plus tax. It is 90% equity, so I think it's a great buy. You do have to be an owner in Palmilla to be eligible for the golf membership, but they're limited to 250 memberships. They'll have 18 holes that'll be for the private, and then they're going to do 9 family-friendly holes because they have 27 holes of golf. So the ocean course, they're going to cut those down to par 3s. And Nicholas has a family-friendly course where they make the cups bigger, the holes shorter, and it's just designed for you and your kids and your grandkids to go out and just hack around. So they're going to have everything. And in addition to that, they're building the new clubhouse, and it's well underway. It's about 35% complete, so they're vertical on it, and it's going to have a Michelin star chef-rated restaurant, a gym, pickleball, tennis, of course, golf. Swimming pool, all of that is going to be delivered next year. So we couldn't be more excited. They're limiting it, like I said, to 250, and I think they've already sold 200 memberships. So they're well on the way to have that, open and ongoing. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah. So the golf, is the clubhouse it's on that side of the highway?
If you remember where the old starter was and the old snack bar, it's right across the street from that.
Okay.
And as you said, all of that's getting developed. So they're reorganizing all those spine streets that go through there. And that will be direct access to that back 250 acres, which is, kind of a whole nother conversation. Palmilla Hills, Palmilla Park, the Reserve. They've also announced a new hotel, which I'm super excited about that. It's called the Cyro Hotel. It'll be managed by the one and only Palmilla. So it's going to be great, but it's a fitness hotel. So they're going to be bringing in all these world-class athletes, coaches, and the guests compete with each other on a fitness My wife had the opportunity to play tennis with Alcaraz. They brought him in here, and they allowed 20 people to hit with him. I think he's ranked second or third in the world. And, she's out there.
I think he just won the French Open.
Well, there you go. I mean, so great kid. He's like 20, 21 years old, and he held a clinic. And so that's going to be kind of their style, that they're going to be bringing all these really exciting, high-end athletes and coaches here. So couldn't be more excited about that. Yeah.
I know last time we spoke too, Club 96 was just getting done too. You have all these restaurants. You also have a hospital coming in, and it's kind of like a micro community. You just don't even need to leave here.
Yeah, we now are up to 20 restaurants by golf cart. That's like a small town. There's a lot of small towns that don't have that. And they're all high-end dining. I mean, none of them are slouches. I mean, we have 2 Jean George restaurants. The Class Azul tasting room I think they're trying to get a Michelin star there. The food is amazing. If you've not gone, I highly recommend it. We have a grocery store, So you're right. And you mentioned hospital. It's actually a wellness clinic. 20,000 square feet. It's going to be dedicated to, longevity and wellness. So they're going to do all kinds of services, and they'll be open April of next year. And it's super exciting. I mean, it's a lot of communities can build climbing walls or, playrooms, but we're going to have an amenity that is going to be world class here.
Yeah, amenities that you can use.
Yes,
we're
joking practical.
The baseball diamonds.
Yeah, right. Batting cages.
Yeah, it's not like
it's not that popular.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing that we spoke about too, I think it's Legado, right? But in Palmilla Ocean Side, where we are right now, it's limited. There's really not that much space left. I think last time we spoke, it was somewhere between like maybe 20 and 30 pieces of land left.
We're down to probably less than 20. So with every sale, that's one less opportunity to own, as you described, on the ocean side of Villas del Mar and Espiritu. And so it's going fast. And I've told people, buy whatever level you can buy, because once it's done and all these, you blink 2 years from now and all these amenities are done, they're all complete, and there's no new construction to compete. All these resales are going to go up in value 10 to 20%.
Yeah. I know somebody that owned in a golf community close by, and it's a ton of land, but it's kind of, when he went up to sell his property, it was kind of like he was competing against developer inventory. And I think I checked last week, and it was something maybe like 30 listings there. And a lot of those are developer inventory. Whereas here, just off supply and demand, you only have so much left. I think we're going to go out and see that.
I'm very excited to take you and show you Legado 7. It's about 55% complete. It's just under 11,000 square feet. It's a 6-bedroom. And it's $17,350,000, and it'll be done by Christmas. So the new owner, we're going to put a big red bow on the front door, and the new owner can be there at Christmas.
Santa come early, huh? And we have Club 96. You got the gym and fitness area, and that's an extra cost, right? Like, you don't have to be part of it. But
no, it's optional.
How many people do you think, like what percentage of owners are like all in?
Well, it's interesting because now they have the golf option too, and everybody seems to be going for that too. But the Club 96 and Club Espiritu is a highly sought after membership. And there is a dedicated membership for every piece of property in Villas del Mar and Espiritu, which account for about 300 when we're all done. And right now we have a little more than 200 members. So what that tells you is, you mentioned other places or other communities. There's communities in this town that are going to have 600, 900 members. There'll never be more than 300 members in Club 96 and Espiritu. So you're never going to come and not be able to get a chair or not be able to get a reservation. And I think that's huge in this day and time, because people, now we have traffic. We were just talking about the infrastructure being stressed with all these new sales and all these new resorts just mean more people. We're not really putting any more pavement down. So I think it's going to be very special to not have to get in your car and go anywhere. You have 20 restaurants. If you stay for 2 weeks, you could go to a different restaurant every night and never repeat. So I think that just staying on campus, I mean, I live here, as you know, this is our house. We rarely get in the car. I mean, we get in our golf cart and we go to dinner.
Yeah.
And we don't fight the traffic. We don't, have to get in the car. We don't have to worry about, we're going to have a couple cocktails and, I don't want to be drinking and driving. So we're being responsible by just staying on campus.
There you go. And for these restaurants, is that open to public as well, or a lot
Yeah,
of these?
even at the hotel. Now, Club
Yeah.
96 is not.
Yeah.
The Palmilla Golf Club is going to be open to the public. And by reservation, you can get into the One&Only Palmilla Hotel at any of their restaurants. So the only thing that you would not be eligible for if you weren't a member would be Club 96.